Today's video starts with a question, and that question is, do you know you are a miracle? Now some of you may straight away say, yep, I know I'm a miracle, thanks so much Paul, and take off and enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, others may go, yeah, with an air of suspicion, where others may say outright, no, I don't know any such thing whatsoever. To any doubts you may have, I have this very video where I intend to prove beyond reasonable doubt that you are a living, breathing miracle. Firstly though, we have to define a miracle. From my observations, there is two ways to define a miracle. There is the scientific miracle, where scientists go through levels of observation, evaluation, scientific methods and such to prove what should not exist according to current science, but does, thus finding a scientific miracle. The other would come from a spiritual or religious understanding of the word miracle. We're going to cover both, but first we'll start with that scientific miracle. And whichever better place to start than the very beginning. Now, we all do know, or believe, or think that in the very beginning there was absolutely nothing. I mean, absolute nothings. But along came the Big Bang. And everything was created. Literally everything. Every single atom we see today and has ever existed and will ever exist was created in that very moment. I don't know about you, but every time I think about everything coming from nothing, my mind explodes at the very thought of trying to conceptualize that. But we know we exist, and here we are. So, everything was created by the Big Bang. And every single atom was just there. And it started to spin around, move around, congregate, collate, and combine, and become bigger and bigger and bigger. And we started to get molecules, and bigger and bigger and bigger. We started to get asteroids, and eventually we got planetoids, and even stars. And they came together and spun around a bit more, and eventually we get galaxies. And one day, our marvelous galaxy, the Milky Way, came into existence. And as it existed, one day it came across, or it gave birth to our beautiful yellow dwarf star we call the Sun. And as the Sun traveled through the Milky Way, or did whatever it did at that point, I wasn't there to tell, but it came across and encountered our little planet Earth, which started to orbit it, and so did the other planets, and our solar system was formed. Now, if you don't know this already, our little planet Earth is nicknamed among scientists as a Goldilocks planet for this very reason. As it orbits the Sun in a perfect elliptical pattern, it does so where it doesn't get too far away, then it gets too cold, but it doesn't get too close, then it gets burned up. It just keeps this lovely perfect elliptical pattern which is just right for the potential of life. Keyword I hope you noticed there was potential, not absolute certainty of life. But lo and behold, life does happen. And how does life happen? That's right, bacteria! Go bacteria! Yes, bacteria comes into existence, and it gave life to our very planet. I am so overjoyed it did happen because thanks to it, we're here. So bacteria came into existence and it started to evolve and grow and evolve and grow and eventually became multiple cell organisms. And it evolved and grew and evolved and grew and eventually we get creatures. And they evolve and grow and evolve and grow and we get dinosaurs. And they have a whale of a time. Well, until one day a large asteroid hits the planet Earth about 60 million years ago and eradicates the majority voted. But that made room for mammals to take off. Go mammals! And they evolve and they grow and evolve and grow and evolve and grow. And eventually we get Homo sapiens. And they come together and have kids and 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 come together and have kids. And then eventually we get your great ancestors. And eventually you arrive. Yes, you. Now, if you ever took the time to calculate the amount of things that had to go right for you to come into existence, well, I can tell you outright right now that according to the maths, according to the science, you should not exist. Okay, literally you shouldn't exist, because the chances of your existence, the amount of things that had to go right for you to come into existence, are infinitesimally small. I mean, infinitely small. And that brings us to our first definition of miracle, isn't it? What should not exist, but does. You. Now let's go to the next form of a miracle. You may believe also in a spiritual or religious way the universe came into existence, where it was created by a deity, a god, a celestial being, or any other form of creator. Well, by definition then, you're also a miracle, because you are also the creation of such a being. So no matter which way you flip the coin, you're a miracle. Now, I'm not expecting you to come out of this video and be like, right, part the seas everybody, miracle coming through. No, I'm not expecting that. But I am hoping that after this video, you start to see yourself, as you always have been, a miracle. Since the very moment you came into existence, you've always been a miracle. And you start to treat yourself with the respect and love that you, as a miracle, deserve. And actually, all the miracles that are out there, every single one of us is a living, breathing miracle, and deserve all to live the life of such a miracle. And that kind of brings me to a point which was raised by someone I worked with. Now, this person sat with me and they said, well, Paul, there's nearly 8 billion people on the planet right now. And, well, that's a lot, isn't it? Doesn't it kind of make it less of a miracle that there's 8 billion of us? And that got me thinking. And I started to think about the vastness, the sheer enormity of the universe. And then I found out this interesting fact, that if we took every single star, planet, asteroid, celestial body out there, and we shrunk them down to a grain of sand, and we made a beach out of all those grains of sand, from all those stars, planets and asteroids from across the universe, that beach firstly would be infinitely long. I mean, infinitely long. That's how vast the universe really is, how huge it really is, enormous it really is. But then if we took the time to try and calculate, even count, the number of places which had the potential of life, not even that, even had life itself upon them, well, you would start to see that actually that enormous beach, that infinite long beach, the places which have life are infinitely small in comparison. Infinitely small. So if there's 8 billion, 10 billion, 100 billion people out there in the universe, when you look at the sheer scale of the universe, we're all still miracles. We always have been, always will be. Because we came from nothing. Literally nothing. Yet we're here. And think about it. We are literally made of the very same stuff which gives light and life to our planet. We are made of stardust. And therefore, by definition, you were made to shine. Now I hope after this video, you don't just shine the way for you, but for everyone that meets you. Because that is what you were made to do. If you have, though, any reasons, any things, any events happening in your life holding you back from living the life of such a miracle and lighting the way as you are made to do, then I have good news. I have this very channel to support you, help you, whichever way I can through these videos, by sharing with you experience of working in mental health and well-being services to benefit you, to live the life you deserve, full of joy, happiness, love, and so much more. Stay tuned, subscribe, do all those things they talk about at the end of these videos. But until next time, bye for now.